Alrighty, my friends, guess what time it is? It is time for Friday night scrapbooking, and I see we've got some folks on already saying hello and welcome, welcome, welcome. It's our first Friday night scrapbooking for the beginning of the year 2022. Woohoo! Are you guys ready? Because this is going to be a good year. I can just feel it because there's been a lot of challenges, and we are just going to have to face all of those and make progress on our projects this year, right? So look at everybody who's here: Anne and Susan, Diane, Colleen, Elizabeth, Julie R., Nancy, Christine, Mary, Brenda, Diana, Donna. Hello, hello. Jane is here, and Emily, Yoli, Rebecca. Thank you guys for saying hello. I just love that you guys also say hello to each other. So Angela's here, Fenda, Sandy, Mona. Okay, Regina. I don't know if I said some of your names twice. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Friday night scrapbooking. As you can see, we're going to do something totally different tonight. I was trying to think of something kind of fun and new, and anybody. So tonight, this is going to be a great time. If you want to scrap along with me, all you really need is a paper pack. Okay, and you can kind of do all the rest of it later, but all you need to do is grab a paper pack, because tonight I am going to talk about, I can click over, creating base pages. And you're probably going, what the heck are base pages? Or have you heard of base pages before? I'm not sure. Well, it is something that I've kind of toyed with a while in the scrapbooking community. And I just kind of restarted my love for creating base pages. And if you follow me on Facebook, then you'll know that I did actually a base page live last weekend, because I kind of just felt out of touch. So I just wanted to I just wanted to get on and do something fun. So what I'm going to do tonight is actually give you 3 different base page layouts with measurements. So if you missed the Facebook Live, no worries. You'll get it right here on YouTube. And if you were wondering what those measurements were from Facebook Live, well, I've got them for you tonight. So it's going to be fun. So we're going to do this. We're going to create some base pages, which really is kind of a different, it's a little different than how I normally teach, really basic scrapbooking, which is using blocks of color and using embellishing with clusters and kind of grouping your photos. I still do that, but we kind of just fill up the page. This is what a base page. Now, it's used differently in the scrapbooking community, but what I thought would be fun is kind of to create 3 very general base page layouts that could be kind of your go-to. And that's kind of what I was thinking about tonight, is like, what could you just have in your arsenal of scrapbook? These are the things that I know how to do, that are easy and that I can just always remember, and they're my go-to thing. So that's what base pages are going to be. Kind of also like it's the same as like when we use snap to grid, blocks of color, so forth. Okay, well, oh, thank you, Cynthia. You're a sweetie. Carrie's here. Yay. Hi, Carrie. Okay, so I had this whole new setup. I was telling Carrie about it. I've really been racking my brain during the break on how to get my videos so that it's not pixelating. Remember, it kind of had that kind of weird, had a good quality stream, but it was pixelating or just kind of jumping. So I am trying yet another setup, but the phone that I was going to use to be my overhead, I came down here and I had forgot to plug it in. So Carrie, I think you're still going to be able to buzz me if I need buzzing. But also, if you have a question, there's a lot going on in the chat tonight, and I love everybody saying hello. I'm so happy you guys are all here. But if you have a question, it's going to help me out if you put a Q in front of the question. And then at the end, what I'll do is I'll search for all the Qs, and then we'll make sure we have all your questions answered, because I can see sometimes I miss things that are scrolling by. And if you have a specific question, we'll get back to that. So I have so much good stuff to share with you. All right, so we're going to do base pages. But before we do that, I want to take just a quick minute and talk about what came out today. Wait, there. Okay, I hope if you do follow me on Facebook, you would have seen this probably already. You got a notification, but today is Preview Friday. So that is always fun when Friday Night Scrapbooking is on Preview Friday. And there is this gorgeous new baby collection. Do we have some grandmas? And do we have some maybe new mamas or expecting friends and all that kind of stuff? I hope, because this is a really cute collection. But I think we're going to actually start using this for a lot more than just baby, right? So all right, I know Carrie needs a Carrie needs a bee costume. I like that, Sandy. And Diane, yes, Janet from RTS. If you haven't checked out Janet at RTS Scrapbooking, she is no longer on YouTube. She moved over to Patreon, but she does a lot of base pages. Her base pages are a little more complex than what I'm going to teach you tonight, because she does a lot of different products than Creative Memory. So a lot of layering. But we're just going to kind of drill it down to a really simple, beautiful background. And that's kind of, I'm still calling it base pages, but yeah, she's a great resource. So just a few more things that are coming up that are new. If you don't, we're actually going to play with these tonight, the Totally Tonals. And there's still time to get that free paper pack, the Prismatic. So there is the promo. They extended it till the 18th, which is a few more days. And of course, you can order on Monday. So that is super exciting. All right, so I have some really great announcements that I just want to kind of get out of the way right here in the beginning, and then we're going to just jump into scrapping together. So yay, Angela's excited. Perfect. I know, and these colors are really, I think they're going to be cross-generational. When I was looking at the colors, I just think, you know, any kid at any generation, like if you're working on your 13-year-old sons or 25-year-old or 50-year-old, I think those colors are going to work beautifully. So yeah, there you go. So and Cindy just found out she's going to have her first grandbaby. So wonderful. All right, so we've got new baby collection. That cute little onesie Border Maker cartridge. I cannot wait to get my hands on that. There is a punch that is supposed to be released with this baby collection, but it is tied up with all of our other punches, right? Which is just such a drag, but the punch will be a cute little duck. It's darling. So hopefully they'll get, we're hoping at the end of the month, we're going to just be like bombarded with all these new punches that have been back ordered, the ones from the Black Friday promo. It's all, you know, it's still on schedule. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we're going to just start seeing those punches shipped out to us, and we're going to get to play with all kinds of good stuff, right? So just a quick note about punches. Yes, and okay, yeah, so Little Dreamer is gone, Susan. So here we are, brand new baby collection. So it's exciting. And if you also remember on Facebook Live, if you go to the online catalog, which is at the end of the, let me see, that didn't work. Let me see. There we go. The online catalog which is at the bottom of the page right here. Browse the catalog. Remember, there's the issue online catalog, and there are some sneak peeks in there towards the back with the baby and let me see, oops, and the other sneak peek, which will be launching next week, which is, ta-da, I think it's on this page. Nope, not that page. Okay, I must have missed it. It's a wedding. So all of you folks who have not only babies, but weddings to scrapbook, it will be for you. There it is. Ta-da! So there's the baby and the wedding sneak peek. So fun, fun, fun. There is also, just let me get this out of the way. There is also a tool right here, right? You guys see it? This tool. It is called Iron Gate Border Punch. And it is also in the catalog, yes, but we cannot order it yet because they're not going to put it on the website until they have it in-house and you can make you happy by getting it to you. So just wanted to make sure you knew about that. All right, I have way too many tabs open, but I have been super duper busy and I cannot wait to share what my daughter and I have been working so hard in the last few days to make this happen for you because it's something I am truly excited about. And if you see my navigation, so this is my website, craftssomejoy.com, you will see there's a brand new tab right here. And we are calling my brand new place where you can make progress on your projects. POP is an acronym for Progress on Your Projects. And that's my whole POP series and my free downloads and all that good stuff, and my Facebook group where we talk about all the different POP things. Now I am going to go even more in depth into how to support you in making your scrapbook projects. And I have created POP Live. So you can come to my website and click on that. And this will take you to the new membership site that my daughter Ellen, she has been a rock star herself in helping me put this whole website together. And you can see that this is how you can be part of a personalized POP community where we're going to go live in our pop crops. Yes, remember I talked about pop crops? So if you want to know what we're going to do every month, I'm going to do a 4-hour live crop on Zoom. On Zoom, so I get to see your faces. I'm excited about that. Every month. And we are also going to have a place for archiving all of the pop crop videos because I am going to do a teaching segment in each one of those crops. And then we're just going to hang out and answer questions and scrapbook together. And then I'm also creating, this is going to be a place, a one-stop shop for all your resources. Okay, so I'm going to come back to pricing in just a second. And Angela, I've got to ask you if I can use your quote. I meant to email you today. I hope so. Tell me it's okay. If not, I'll take it down. Angela had this awesome quote in the POP group where she said that, I forgot to edit these before I showed this to you, but she has completed 5 albums since she started POP. And that just makes me so excited. I know there's some other great. So if you would love to give a testimonial, I would love to post it right here. And you can tell me how that has helped you. Okay, so let me go back how this is set up. So this is a yearly fee. So this is for the membership into this site. It's $80. So that's for 12 crops. And you basically get 2 crops for free if you sign up yearly, or you can sign up month and you can cancel. So if you want to just do 1 crop and say, I'm just going to give it a try. I want to come one time and I want to see if I like it. You can do that. And then you can cancel your membership and you'll have access for that whole month to this POP membership community and the video, and you'll be able to come to the Zoom live stream. So once you are in the membership site, so let me see, where am I going to go? Okay, I think I have it. Let me just, Well, I'll just kind of explain it because I don't want to take too long. I want to get into scrapping here. But once you join, you can like I said, either pay for the year or pay for the month. And then you would come here and you would log in to your account. And every time you want to get it, so inside the membership area, that's where the Zoom link will live for the next pop crop. So the pop crops, let me just go here and show you about, whoops, where'd my pop crops go? Where are my pop crops? Okay. Oh, you know what? I think that's in the membership site. If you go to the membership site, it has a, I think I can pull it up here. Yeah, here it is. Oops. Let me see. Thought I had that open still. Okay. Let me go here. And no, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. Okay. I thought I had the right tab open. I don't. Inside, there is a link that shows you there's the pop crops, what all the different schedule is for the pop crops, the resources, the pop archive, and all the videos. And we have incorporated, I maybe I can just log in here. I just do want you to see it. Let me see. Whoops. Okay, everybody's going to be able to see my email, but that's okay because you should know my email by now. Okay, and I don't think you'll be able to see my password. Okay, whoops. Okay, well, let's see. That's just, oh, let me see. I forgot an E there. That's why. There we go. Okay, thanks for hanging with me, you guys. I really want to show you this really quick, though, because Ellen worked so hard on it. All right, I don't know why it's not working. Hold on. This is, nope, it's just, okay, it's not gonna let me sign in. All right, so, nope. All right, let me just come back and explain because I feel like I'm kind of losing you. All right, you guys, so here is, okay, so the idea is for pop crops is you get kind of that community where we can come together once a month. You'll have the resources for all the different videos. Once we've gone live, you can, they'll be archived there for you. And the wonderful, yes, so Pop will be live on Zoom. Yes, great question, Christine. Pop will be live on Zoom. So you will get a Zoom link. So you need to have Zoom. And that's a good question. I'm going to have to look in, Christine, I'm going to have to look into the closed captions on Zoom. I haven't figured it out on Zoom, but I hope you can see I figured it out here on YouTube. Okay, so any questions about that? Let's move on. Yes, Sue, we're gonna do pop crops. All right. I hope that explained enough. And the first crop is actually it's scheduled for January 22nd. And all the pop crops are going to be on a Saturday, and they're going to be from 12 to 4. So we'll start, like I said, we're going to start with a little intro and then just kind of hang out on Zoom together. Also, in the pop group, so if you have not, let me see if I don't have that. If you haven't figured out, let me see, right here. So there they are. Whoops. Pop crops. If you have not joined our Progress on Projects Facebook group, see if I can remember how to do this right, then it's a free group. Anyone can join. And yes, Tina, this is going to be available for everyone. That's why we've been working so hard to get this set up for you. anyone anywhere in the world can join. And so my membership site is set up. It will automatically convert from wherever you are because it's through my website. And then you just will get that Zoom link. So it'll be posted, like I said, it'll be posted in the membership area. And then it will also be emailed to you right before the crop too. Okay, so yes. And I am, Rebecca, of course, I'm still doing Friday nights. Absolutely. Absolutely. So this is just really a focused workshop that we are just going to dig in because after the flood that I've had here in my basement and different things, I just want to make progress on my own project. So I'm just going to be your cheerleader to kind of keep you going. Yes, and that is 12 to 4 Pacific time. So everything I do is in Pacific time. So yes. Yes, it is, Julie. It is live right now. So you can sign up now. Great questions, you guys. And yes, I'm still doing Friday nights. And the Zoom classes, Brenda, for everyone's privacy, I'm going to teach the first half hour, 45 minutes, and that's going to be recorded. So what we talk about, and if there's any questions, I'll answer those. That will be recorded, and that's what's going to be kept in the membership area as an archive. So like if you can't make it this month and you want to join next month, you'll still be able to see what I taught and talked about in January. But when we switch over to just kind of scrapping, I'm not going to record that just to protect everyone's privacy. So I hope that makes sense. So the first part will be recorded. It will be archived in the membership area. You can access it anytime. And then, you know, when we actually start, you know, interacting, I'll just turn the record button off. Okay. But Bunny, you've already signed up. I love it. That's awesome. I'm so happy, you guys. This has been a dream I've really wanted to do, is have a way that I can really get connected to those of you who just want to learn more and really kind of connect with me. So yes, so perfect. So that's going to be 7 a.m. Australia. I love it. Okay. Maybe that's a good time for you guys too, right? Okay. So much fun with pop crops. There we go. So the other thing I just wanted you to know, I know not everybody can join me in the membership site, but I'm also going to be doing a lot more in the pop group. So this Sunday, I'll put a notice up in the group. If you haven't joined, Mary is awesome. Mary Smith helps me moderate that group. But I will put up a event notice in the group where I'm going to come on this Sunday, and we're going to do a pop pre-party. Okay, so we're going to do a little talkie about what is the pop process, where are we, what are we doing, and I'll share a little bit more about pop crops in that space too. But I'm also really excited to kind of go, look, we've been doing this for a while now. Where are we? What are we doing? How has this impacted our album making? You know, what are the different things? So I'm super excited. All right, that's pop crops. I just want to tell you really quickly too, one more announcement, and then I promise we're going to go to base pages. Okay. There is a world premiere on Sunday, January 23rd, another Sunday the 23rd at noon Central. My two buds from Canada and Australia we are all three going to be working with the beautiful Homestead collection. Welcome Home collection, this gorgeous Welcome Home collection. And each of us is going to do kind of a different spin on this collection. So Kylie is going to do her awesome kind of fun things that she's so like more of a paper craft. Noreen is going to do a really fun, layout. And then I am most likely going to do something to do with borders, which is why I'm not doing borders tonight, because I want to save that. It is free. All you have to do is come, Angela, this Sunday for the pop pre-party. Yes, the pop pre-party is this Sunday. The Scrap With Me ×3 is next Sunday, the 23rd. Okay, so I know it's just a busy schedule. We have so much to talk about. So the Scrap With Me ×3 is entirely free. All you do is you hop. It's going to be like a channel hop, not a blog hop, but kind of a channel hop. So you're going to hop from my channel to Noreen's channel to Kylie's channel. And you're going to see each of us and how we use this beautiful Welcome Home collection. So if you haven't had a chance to get your hands on this, this is such a pretty collection. And I'm going to talk a little bit about this tonight, but I'm actually going to be using the Earthy Home collection with teaching you the base pages. Okay, so that's the Welcome Home. And let's see, are there any questions? Well, hello, Sarah. It's okay to be late. So the pop events, the membership will be, if you go to my craftsomejoy.com, there's a new little tab up in the corner, and it will say Pop Live. And that is because basically we're going live, we're connecting, we're going live together. And, you know, I think it'll be a nice community where we can just be together and talk about really how we make progress on our projects. Okay. So yes, you're going to order Angela with Welcome Home on Monday and the baby collection. Okay. Yay. That baby collection. I can't wait. I'll be ordering with you. So tonight, let's talk about tonight. We're going to talk about base pages. And when I did my live on Facebook, I had been sketching kind of 3 different designs that I thought were kind of just a general nice base layer. And I'll probably put this into a handout and pop it on the website at some point. But tonight, if you want to follow along, I'll give you all of the dimensions, so you don't have to have it, you can just follow along. So we're going to do 3 different ones, and the first one, well, one of them is a stage, what I call kind of a stage base layer. We're also going to do a frame style. This is the one I did on Facebook Live, and then I'm going to do a banner base layer. Okay, and each one of these has different measurements. I've got them measured out, so I'll be writing those down with you. We'll do it together. And you can do this in any collection, which is awesome, right? Like you can, it doesn't matter what collection you have, you can make these base layers. Okay, so what do they look like when you're done? Well, if you were on YouTube, Facebook with me, I'm going to move this for a second. This is the base layer that I did on Facebook, and I messed up really bad. You guys laughed with me, I hope, because I could I thought I wrote down the measurements correctly, but they were not correct. But basically what we're doing is we're creating this is the frame style base layer. And on this layout, I did 5 to 6 coordinated papers. Okay, so yeah, that's a lot of paper, right? But it works perfectly with the Totally Tonals, because the Totally Tonals, you get tons of different patterns and tones of these color palettes together. So that's what I love. So this is the frame style base layer. And then this, I want to share, this is, I already made half because I just wanted to make sure everything worked out. So this is the banner strip base layer. Okay, so that's what that looks like. But can you see how really basic these are? I hope. I hope you can see these are super basic. So you could take your photos and just, I mean, you can put whatever photos you want on here and move it around and put it wherever, because you could still cluster your photos or do a nice title and do different things, and it would work perfectly on these pages. And whatever you're working on, you know, just kind of pull out the colors on that. Or if you've got a collection that you go, oh, I just want to use this collection, let's make some base pages with it. And then you can always add your photos. What I try to stay away from, and I know Pam C emailed me, and Pam, I totally agree with what you mentioned, which is sometimes when you have like put your photo here, put your photo here, it kind of stifles you, because what if you don't have photos for there, right? So creating kind of a base page, you have room to put your photos wherever you want, and so you're not confined. I'm not going to put down place your photos here, place your title there, because what I want you to do is have the flexibility of being able to put your photos wherever you want. Because why, my friends? Your photos are the star of your pages, so they really need the attention. Okay, so this is a second base layer. And the third base layer is the stage, what I call set the stage. And I did that in the beautiful welcome home. No, this is not welcome home. This is earthy home. Too many homes. Earthy home. And this is a paper pack on last chance, but I wanted to just make sure you knew about it, because this paper pack really expands welcome home so beautifully. Look at the colors. They're perfect for each other. So when you get this is just it's a one-off. It's just a paper pack, but then it's like, oh my gosh, look at all these amazing pieces that would go perfectly with these pages. So excuse me, now you have more than just the welcome home decorative paper and tone on tone. You have yet another palette to blend in. So I always love being able to combine collections, and then that just gives you more opportunity. So if you haven't checked that out, that's on last chance. And so this is the frame. Oh no, set the stage base layer. So I'm going to kind of show you quickly with this one. Yes, you do need options for photo placement. So my other goal this year, I'm just going to say, my other goal this year is when I am, kind of scrapbooking with you. I love doing artsy stuff, and I love like, oh, look at this technique and let's do this and all that. But I also, this year, my word of the year is focus. And what I want to do is make sure that when I'm sharing what I'm doing, I'm also, I don't know what, like maybe called setting the example. So not only am I sharing a technique, but I'm also moving forward in my own projects, showing you, demonstrating this is how you make progress on your projects. So this is in one of my books called, this is the Library of Memories, so part of the POP system. And this one's called A Place Called Home. And the idea I had, and again, we'll talk more about this in POP. The idea I had about this album is that it's going to be a place where my husband and I, because we're kind of the key components of the family, right? We're going to look back and we're going to go, these are little snapshots, 2-page snapshots of the places where we lived. Now, when we get to where we got married and we had our own house, we've got tons of renovation pictures for those. That's a different category. That's more of a theme album. This is just kind of a snapshot, because what I'm remembering is, as I'm going through my own renovation here, my own challenges and my own struggles of, getting things done and how exhausting it can be, and everything that you have to do, to work on a house. It's also kind of making me understand that my history is important. And so I wanted to just share, where I grew up. My We didn't really do much to our house. It wasn't a beautiful house. It was kind of worn down. My dad worked all the time. My mom worked all the time. I was a latchkey kid, only child, latchkey kid. And so the house really just kind of you know, it was neglected. That's a great word to explain it. It was just a neglected house. And these are some of the pictures. I kind of went back and dug through some of my old pictures to see, do I even have any photographs of this house? And I had one, we had this old shed in the backyard with broken windows and, you know, just kind of trash piled up everywhere. And then the story behind these photos is my mom, my dad passed away, and then my mom uh, told my husband and I we could live in, this was my childhood house. And so we originally thought, okay, well, maybe we can clear everything out and fix it up. But we soon realized the project was going to be like just overwhelming, and we just didn't, we both were working full time, and we just didn't have the capability to renovate this house. So but this was kind of that process. So there's a story here. There's a story here. And then I have some more photos where I have a story that I want to tell about this house. And what and how I felt growing up here. And that's not necessarily the prettiest story, right? But it's truth. And I think that's important to reflect in our scrapbooks. And so that was one reason I wanted to share this with you. You know, I've been posting about progress we've been making on our house, on our kitchen, and we are so fortunate to be at a place in our life now where, you know, we're not dealing with this, we're kind of dealing with renovations. But I always think it's good to, you know, where did we come from? Where did we start? Where did I start? What were my roots? And then you can see, wow, we've come so far, and appreciate even more where you are. So that's kind of what I wanted to share about this pop, and why I feel the library of memories process is so important, right? Because you get into the richness of your photos. Otherwise, these might have just been scrapbooked chronologically. I think these were let me see, I think I have a, when were these taken? I think I want to say around 82, something like that. So maybe they would have gone and, you know, a book on 82, or maybe they would have gotten tossed. But for me, there's a richness in that story. So that's kind of what I wanted to share. But you can see how easily just creating the base page, getting back to base pages, you can take your photos and just put them on some matching paper. And now I've got some places for telling that story, for tucking in some other things, and you know, kind of just enhancing this. So it's still, I'm still, you know, creating that grid format with my photos, lining them up, just doing it in a little different way. Okay, so does that, do I have any questions? Does that make sense? Okay. All right, so I want to get started then on giving you the measurements so that you can create these beautiful base pages as well. And this one is kind of fun because when I did the Facebook Live, I did what we call gutting the page, but this one I did something a little different, and that's why this is kind of loose, is because I wanted to show you how I put this together, because there's really two ways you can do it. You could cut this angle, this section out of the paper, but you can also just cut strips, because can you even tell that right here, I pieced these papers together. Can you see that right here? And then right here, I pieced them together. Now you're really going to notice it because I bent them. Okay, but when they were down, you probably, or if you look at this side, you probably can't even tell that these pieces are pieced together. There's actually a seam right here and a seam right here. So the reason I want to teach you how to do that kind of a background is because then all you're doing is cutting strips. So where's my instruction guide that I had? Here it is. Okay, so instead of cutting these sections out, what we're going to do is cut strips. We're going to cut 1.5 inch strips for here and 1 inch strips for here. And then we're going to create this center part. That's a 10 3/4 inch square. Okay, so 10 3/4 by 10 3/4 twice. And then that just sits at the bottom of the page. Isn't that easy? So easy and so fun, right? So what I want to do, since we're, this is going to be, so kind of, my welcome, my home sweet home book. I thought what I could do is just do another quick layout, and we'll show you just how to create that base page. Okay, so like I mentioned, we're going to use the earthy home. Isn't that pretty? Or I could use welcome home too. Do you want to see it? Maybe we should use welcome home, because I just showed you earthy home. Okay, why don't we do that? And we'll play with some of those papers, because part of this process is also learning how to choose papers, right, that go together. Okay, so yeah, all right. I know there's good stuff in the chat tonight. I kind of went off on my theory thing, didn't I? I know, but sometimes you just gotta feel it. You gotta get out there and feel it. So what you're gonna need is you're gonna need paper, and you're going to need white cardstock, a stack of white cardstock. And so I hope you all have some. So just grab some white cardstock, and then you can do this along with me, because it can, like I said, it could be any paper pack you have. So what we're going to do is start by selecting what we want this outside paper to be. So I haven't done this with the welcome home, and then we're going to go outside, and then this one's a simpler layout, because we're only going to really need 3 to 4 papers, right? So I have 1, 2, 3 papers, and then the paper that I put my photos on was the 4th paper. Okay. So let's think from outside in. And sometimes what I want to do is, kind of take a look. These are gorgeous, aren't they? Oh, so pretty. Take a look at these papers and go, I'm really loving the blue. Really love the blue. So, that's a great outside, or even the leaves. I think what I'll do is a kind of a basic neutral. And then maybe what I'll do is bring in, or actually this one might be kind of fun to do. Oh, I do love that. Let's do our flowers on the outside. And then we're going to kind of flip it. And then we can do a dark. I think we're going to do a dark and then a light for our stage. Okay, so something like that. And this is what I would do. Grab your papers and move them around. Kind of set this first one in place, and then go, okay, what do I like? If I'm imagining my photos, kind of the biggest piece is where your photos are going to go. What, do I like that feel? Does that look good to me? I like it. This would be another great option. That's really fun. Like, I could definitely see this color, this base layer from my mom's house. She loved, loved blue. Loved blue. So maybe in honor of my mom, I'll do this for her. So there's the 3 layers. For this one, we don't need the white, unless you want to add that in. Totally up to you. But we are going to start with creating this base layer. Okay, so actually I think what I'm going to do is show you how to just use your 13 by 13 mat. This works great. In fact, I didn't get it in time, but what I did, I saw this on someone's, I can't remember where I saw it, but they had 2 mats together. They were doing a double page spread, and they had 2 mats together. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is genius. I got to order another mat. So I ordered another mat. So when I'm making these base pages, it's going to be so easy to just, line everything up on the mat grid. Isn't that such a good idea, right? Okay, so for this base layer, let me grab my 12-inch trimmer. So if you wanted to make 2 of them together, I'm only going to make one side. You guys can figure out how to do the other side. Okay, so this paper pack is Welcome Home, not the Earthy Home, which is the one I just showed. But this is Welcome Home. Isn't it pretty? I think this is my absolute favorite. This teeny tiny little floral. Ah, it's just lovely. Okay, so in the instructions, the first thing you're going to do, I even brought this to make it easy for you guys. We're going to cut 4 1.5-inch strips. Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to cut 4 1.5-inch strips. Now, here's the tricky part. If you have a pattern repeat, so you know, as I put mine together, let me show you. As I put mine together, this has a definite pattern, right? So I can't cut 4 the same way and then turn 1 to go across the top. Nope, it won't work, right? So what you're going to have to do is cut 2 that are going to be your end pieces, and then you're going to turn your paper. Okay, yes, it actually, let me think. No, the way I did this, I cut 2, I grabbed a second piece of paper, I turned it, and I cut 2 more. Okay, that's how I did this, so that I had 2 1.5-inch strips going horizontally and 2 1.5 strips going vertically. And that makes things line up perfectly with your pattern repeat. So if you have a pattern, that's what I would recommend doing. Okay. If you don't, like this one, I mean, we could do it. We could do it because, well, actually I'm going to, oh yeah, we can change that paper. We could do it. So we'll demonstrate. Let's pretend we have a pattern repeat. Okay. So this one, I'm going to bring it over to 1.5. So I'm going to just cut 2 out of this. Okay. 1.5 and 1.5. And you'll see, oh, this one goes together so quickly. So much fun. Okay. So of course I can't turn the paper because then this strip will be too short, right? So now let's say, you know, this was, I'm trying to wonder if there is a little bit of a pattern. Let me see. There might be a smidge of a pattern repeat. There it is. So I'm looking at the corners. So now I've matched these corners and I've cut these 2 pieces here. So now I'm going to take this sheet and turn it. And now I'm going to cut 2 more pieces with at 1.5. 1. Okay. And this one is so close. I'm going to separate them with a normal pattern like the other example. You'll be able to see it. Okay. All right. So how are you? Yes. Okay, we're good. So we have 2 directional this way and 2 directional this way. The next paper I'm going to use is this dark blue, and we are going to cut 4 1-inch strips. I'm sorry that all my European and Aussie and, you know, out of the US, non-US, you always have to go with our inch measurements, right? So luckily the trimmer has it on there, I think, for you as well. So we're going to go to 1 inch, and this one does kind of have, actually, let me see if it would it match up if we turned it. It does have a little bit of a pattern to it. So on this one, I'm going to cut 2 from this side. So we're going to put this one here and 1 from here. And I am going to grab the second sheet. And that has the leaves on it. So this one, so you can see they're kind of, now they're going different ways, right? So I'm going to turn this. There we go. I think that's the match. Nope, that doesn't look quite right. see, where's the match? Kind of, it has some kind of little splotches. I don't know if you can see those on, let me see, I'm going to have to find this corner. I think it's this. Is that right? No, that doesn't look right. That looks right. Yep, there it is. Okay, so now I've got this one matched up. And when you're trying to do that, just look for one little area. I'll hold it up closer so you can see. Do you see how this has this little area right here? And now I've got them both going the same way. Okay, so what I want to do then, since I cut it this way, I'm going to set that one aside. I'm going to turn, and now we're going to cut 2 more 1 inch. Maybe you're thinking it would just be easier. If you want to use just one paper, you could definitely cut the inside out. Okay, that's definitely a choice. But this way you actually end up with 12-inch strip. You know, you've got whole papers that are 12 inches, and I love 12 inches because I love just cutting those as big blocks, especially to use with my photos. Okay, so we've got 4 here and 4 here. And then the last piece is going to be that interior color. And there's so many beautiful light blues. You are going to need 2 pieces of paper for this. I'm going to go back to kind of that speckly one. And oh, I don't even know if I got into the tones. Did I even get into the, you know, Welcome Home has beautiful, the tone on tones too. Let's see. I think these are the tone on tones. But I'm going to stick with the blue. I love this blue. So I'm going to grab this one and where'd it go? Oh, that has a different, oh, look at that. Those, what's on the back of this? Oh, there we go. I got it, you guys. I got it. Okay. So many papers. These you can see, oh, you can layer endlessly with these gorgeous papers, right? Okay, so now I'm going to jump. So we did a pattern, a dark, and now we're going to jump to a light. And these insides are going to be 10 3/4. So we're going to cut 2 10 3/4 by 10 3/4. So these are going to be squares. The other 2 layouts, they don't end up being squares. So this is the only one. Okay, so we're going to cut 2 10 3/4 by 10 3/4. All right, so we're going to need our arm out. Here we go. And one side, we're going to cut 10 3/4 right here. Make sure we're lined up. And now we're going to turn and cut 10 3/4. Okay. So now I have some extra strips, and I think these are always fun just to keep handy if you want to make banners or if you just want to add yet another layer of texture. These base pages just kind of lend themselves to doing that. Okay, so we have that one, and then we're going to do this one. Just kind of layers, all these different tonal colors and patterns. So super fun. Okay, but again, very, very basic base layer. Okay, and 10 3/4. Okay, so that's it, you guys. Really, so easy. Let's set the trimmer aside. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna do this on my mat. And my go-to, of course, is the repositionable adhesive. Okay, so we're gonna start with, you can see we have our 2 piles, right? I'm gonna scoot this over. We have 2 piles that we cut one way and 2 piles that we cut the other way. If you were directional paper, you would really see the difference. Okay, this you'll barely see it. So we're going to line this up right here in the corner. Okay. And then I'm going to take my repositionable adhesive and just add a little adhesive right here in the top corner. And then we're going to line this one up. Do you see how fun it is to use the mat? Right? Because you can get it perfectly straight. Look, you've got this line to line it up and to know if you're straight or not. So I love this new technique of using the mat. Okay, and you can see that goes 12, 12. All right, then the next layer, we're going to take, did I do both from the same? I did. I did the one thing I was not supposed to do. Okay, so let's just say, okay, here we go again. We're gonna, just in case you missed that the first time. Okay, let's see if there's actually, if these line up. Oh my gosh, they do. Look at, is that right? Or let me try this end. One of these should line up perfectly. Is it this one? No, I think it was this end. Or maybe it's the other one. Let me see if it's this one. Let's see. Ah, is that it? Close. Okay. If you are working, I can't find the right pattern. But if you are working with one that is a little easier to recognize, like I think it's this one. No, not quite. Huh, I'm puzzled. Oh, maybe it's this way. Oh, there it is. Is that it? No, that's still not it. Let's try this side. Well, I'm spending too much time on this, but you guys could probably figure it out better. Yeah, okay, it's not working. Okay, so it's okay. We can just go forward because with this pattern, you're really not going to notice it. So I'm going to put this back down in the quarter. But let's see if we notice it more with the blue. And here's another technique. If you guys really don't want any kind of a look at a seam or anything, the other thing you can do is miter cut. And if you took my Croptoberfest class, we did all kinds of miter cuts. Remember? So you're just following a 45-degree angle and you're cutting, and then you put those pieces together. So there's no overlap. But this page actually comes out a little easier if you do overlap. Okay, so the next piece is now going to come in, and you'll notice this is a little bit trickier. Okay, so what we're going to do is take this piece and we're going to line it up 1 inch in. Okay, so let me see if I can show. Do you see this 1 inch right here? Okay, but I'm going to slide that down so I know that it's going to be right here on the inside. Okay, and here's the 1 inch here. So when I get my other piece, I'm going to wait on the adhesive. You see, this is why this mat is perfect. Okay, so that's what do you see that? 1 inch in, 1 inch in, just like that. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Let me check and make sure that's how I did it before I mess up again. Okay, I'm going to bring this back so we can see. And pretty sure this was 1 inch. Yep, 1 inch and 1 inch. Perfect. Okay, but you can see here when there's a pattern, so much easier to line that up, right, than a teeny tiny floral dot. Okay, so now that I have this lined up 1 inch, and you can line it up on the inside, I'm going to add a little adhesive to the top here, and I'm also going to add a little adhesive to the edge of this one right here, just so everything kind of stays. And yep, this piece is down off the end. We're just going to take our scissors and snip that off. Okay, and then let's just add a little adhesive across, and the same across here. Okay, I'm going to line that up again right here. just like that. Okay, and now we're going to take this piece, go back to that 1-inch line, and line that up. Okay, so now we have kind of the L shape. And as I mentioned, you could also just gut the paper if that's easier for you. Oops, sorry guys. That's what happens when you use your cell phone to record. Okay. All right, let me see. Am I going again? Let me see if I'm... There we go. Are we still live? Okay, one sec, folks. Okay. How we doing? Frozen. Let's see if we can... One sec. Let's see if I can... Hang on. Okay. The video froze. The video froze. All right, let's try again. Okay, we are back. All right, I got to remember to, since I'm using my phone, to turn on Do Not Disturb. One more thing. But hey, the stream looks good, right? Yes, the stream looks good. I'm hoping. No glitchy and no pixelating and all that. Okay, so you should be able to catch up with me. So here again, we've got this base, okay? And now, good, okay. Now we're going to just snip this end off, okay, so that it ends up being 12 inches. Let me just turn it this way. Okay, so, and these are fun little pieces. Who knows? You may find something fun for those. Okay, so now we have our corner set for the stage, right? Now we just have to put this beautiful 10 3/4 by 10 3/4 inch piece in. Okay, so just make sure everything's lined up. And then what that is, the measurements I gave you is just going to automatically give you a beautiful edge to this paper. Okay, so all we need to do is add, for now, I'm just adding a little adhesive to the inside of this base right here. Okay, and again, it's really important you have this now for the very end piece, that this is lined up on your 12-inch square. Okay, and then we're going to just set this down into this 12-inch corner. Okay, and we're going to line everything up. Just like that. Ta-da! Okay, and then we're going to just press that down. And that's the beauty of using repositionable adhesive. If it's off just a smidge, you know, you can take this and go, oh, this looks like it needs to be pulled out just a little bit to make that edge even. Okay, and you can do that. All right, so that is 1/2 of set the stage. For time's sake, I'm just going to say, basically, you're going to do the other side of that. We're going to take these other pieces, do the same thing over, right? Just in this corner, and set, and then now you're going to have a beautiful 2-page layout. So how does that look in a book? So easy. We can take that and, you know, just pop that down. Isn't that pretty? Oh, so pretty. And then this is where you could have fun with some of these other colors in the collection. And you could add in some of that iron, you know, for your photos here, maybe, or let's see, what other blues do we have? I love these blues, as you can see. Oh, the wood would be pretty. Look at the wood with the blue. gorgeous, right? That would be a great accent color to pull in the brown with the blue. Isn't that pretty? Okay, or you could go and pull in some things from the earthy home. So that's set the stage. There's the measurements one last time. Okay, you can do the strips and then you cut the square. If you're more comfortable gutting those two back pages, have at it. All right, what do you think? So pretty, right? Okay, so now that we've played, so we did get to play a little bit with the new Welcome Home bundle. So fun, right? And oh, I wanted to share too. You know how I have this, the page I did with here, right? With this green. Look at how beautifully these, even the embellishments and all the little doodads work so beautifully with this collection. So again, I love the mix and match kind of thing going on here. Okay, so this is Earthy Home, Last Chance. This is Welcome Home, newly released, and all the gorgeous laser borders too. So we'll have some fun with that when we do the scrap with me. Okay, so let's do the banner border next. Because if we run out of time, you can see me on Facebook with the last border, but I do want to share this one because I haven't done this one yet. Okay, so let's get a new card, and we're going to have new measurements. And this one, I am using the Totally Tonals paper pack, and this is the let me see, where is the pack? Whoops. This is the, I think it's called green and blue. Is that right? This is it. Blue and green duo. Okay, so this is the paper pack that I'm using. Great. Oh, it's like a movie. We're in HD, right? Okay. All right. So I'm working out, trying to work out all the kinks, but I don't remember. No phone calls. Okay. So Totally Tonals, blue and green. Here's the thing. If you're going to make base pages with the Totally Tonals, I mentioned this on Facebook. What are you going to need? You are going to need 2 packs because these are 6 sheet packs. Okay. So just make sure or you're going to have to make a different kind of base page on the other side. But what I love is that they connect, and it looks kind of just like a whole thing you've done together. 2-page spread. So just as a side note, for the Totally Tonals, you're going to need 2 packs. And for this base layer, you're going to need 5 different, you'll notice I used 5 different layers of color. Okay, so I have this layer, this layer, this layer, this layer, and then the banner. Okay, a lot of paper, but it's kind of fun because sometimes people are like, oh, I've got so much in my stash and I want to use up my stash. This is a fun way to do it. Okay, so what we're going to do for this one is we are going to work on the background, and this one we're going to use the other technique, which is we're going to cut a C out of the back. So I'm going to show you the back, the guts, kind of how I put this one together. And another little tip, if you haven't purchased the tape chips, when you're doing things like piecing paper together, I love using the tape chips on the back, and I leave the adhesive, the backing on it. And then that just, it's like a little piece of adhesive. It's kind of like our old photo splits, but separate. Okay, so I'll just, like, if I need to hold something together, I'll stick those tape chips on it, and then it's not sticky, like I can move it around. Okay, so little tip for you. You guys probably know what the tape chips are. These guys, these little guys. Okay, so in fact, I'll leave them there because we'll probably use it. All right. Yep. this paper pack, Nancy, wait, who's asking? Yep, this is the Totally Tonal Blue and Green Duo. Okay, so as I mentioned, we're going to use 5 sheets. Now, here's another tip. If you like this, the index paper is such a beautiful white. You could also use, especially since you're buying 2 packs, you could also use this instead of white cardstock. So just up to you. Okay, so we're going to need our different layers. So we're going to need this layer. We are going to need this layer. And I think one of these we're using, yeah, this. And let's see, what else do I need? That's for one. Oh, I need this side. Ta-ta. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's my 5th color? 1, 1, 2, 3. What am I? Oh, the flowers. Hello. Where are my flowers? I think my flowers are on the back side of one of these. Okay, so we'll come back and use that. And this one, we are going to need our white cardstock, or like I said, the index sheet. So, let's see where I put my white cardstock. It's in one of the piles, one of the many piles around. Okay. Oh, it's right here. It was under my left elbow, you guys. Yes, it was under my left elbow. So there's the white cardstock. So we're going to need 1 sheet of that. Okay. So the first one we're going to do is this kind of darkest green pattern, as you can see. And this one also does have a direction to it. So when you're cutting the second set, make sure that you've got your paper oriented in the same direction, right? So here you can see this. So what we're going to do is demonstrate how you do how we're going to gut our paper. And this is the way you could do the other base layer if you choose. Okay, so remember, okay, we've got, this is the direction. This is the direction, but I'm cutting this out. So the first thing I need to do, I'm going to turn my paper, okay, because this top is what I'm going to actually be cutting out, just like that. So let me see, make sure I have, yep, we're using 1.5 again, and it is a little bit more than what we need, but it gives you kind of that extra little stability that you can layer the different pieces to. When we actually make our frame, we're only showing 1 inch, but that extra 1/2 inch gives us, you know, a way to adhere everything together. So just a little extra. So what we're going to do, this is the whole trick of using your beautiful 12-inch trimmer to its fullest. And this is another reason why people ask, well, why did you put numbers here? Well, because now I can see them. I know there's numbers here too, but this also just gives me another visual. So I'm going to want to come down to not 10.5, right? So wait a second. No. Yeah, 10.5, because I want that extra 1/2 inch, 1.5 inches to remain uncut at the end. So it's this line in between 10 and 11. So I'm going to stop on that line. And how am I going to know how to stop? Because there's a white line on the housing blade. I know you guys mostly probably all know this, but just in case. So I'm going to, when that white line gets to this, I'm going to stop. Okay, so I'm going to come down and stop. Okay, now I'm going to turn my paper, and you can see I didn't cut all the way through. Turn my paper, we're going to put it all the way up to the top. And now I know I'm going to start at 1.5. I'm going to start here. I'm not going to start all the way up at the top. I'm going to start at 1.5. So right here, push down, and I'm going to stop again in the very same place. Actually, I've got to line that up just a little better. Okay, so I'm going to push down and I'm going to stop at 10 and a half one more time. Okay, so now I have that much cut out, and I'm going to turn my paper one more time and put that at 1.5 all the way down, and again start at 1.5, move that white line just up here, you can see the white line, so it's at 1.5, press down, and now we have usable paper for some other fun thing we're going to do, right? So we've got that whole piece cut out, and now we have this really fun background C, and you can see we can line that right up on our mat, right? So it's ready. Okay, so the next piece, so on this one, the first thing you're going to do is cut 1.5 inches frame, C frame. Okay, a 1.5 inch C frame. Okay, that's the first thing. The second one, now we're going to work on our white layer. I think, wait, is that, yeah, the white. And because I'm not going to get the white, but let me see. Oh, no, wait, do we go? Wait, oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. The white cardstock. Yes. And this is going to be, this is a crazy, but you need these measurements. Whoops, 10 7/8. I was talking and writing at the same time. 10 1/4. Okay, can you guys read that? That's a 7/8. That's a 10 7/8. Okay, there. 10 7/8 by 10 1/4. Now that's what we need, our white cardstock. Okay, so we are going to bring this out all the way to 10 7/8, just shy of 11. And yeah, and then that's 1, and then we're going to cut the other end to 10 1/4. 10 1/4. I know these sound really strange measurements, but it does help once you start putting all these pieces together. Okay, so I'm just going to double check that because I don't want to get like where I did last time and it's like, oh, that's wrong. Look at that. Look, it's perfect. Okay, so got you guys. Got the right measurements. That's our next layer. So that's going to go down right on top of the green, just like that. Then we're going to cut our third layer. So this is going to be, for this, I loved kind of flipping into from green to blue and then bringing the green back on top. So you could do the same thing, like if you're working with purple, then blue, then bring purple back on top, or reversed, okay? So the next layer is going to be that complementary color, okay? And that third color, we're going to cut. And if you feel like you need to get the white, feel free. Okay, but I'm just going to leave it. The third color is 10 3/4 by 10. Okay, so let's do that. And that's going to be this kind of watercolor brush looking. And again, this has a direction. So I'm not going to want to put this one next to this. I'm going to want to put it this way. So I'm always giving you measurements of length, then height. Okay, so every time I write a measurement, this is the long part. So I want the long part at 10 3/4, and then the height is at 10. Okay, so let's do that. And again, start with the orientation you want, and then we're going to cut this at 10 3/4. Okay. Bring out that arm. So right there. And then we're going to rotate and we're going to cut it to 10. Okay. Is anybody doing this along with me? Yes, Sandy, they would go with vitamin C. Wouldn't that be fun to add in some of those fun tropical prints? Great idea. Oh my gosh, you could do this banner in the tropical prints. Oh, I love it. I love it. Such a good idea. Okay, so now you have your 2 layers. You can see this paper gives that beautiful little tiny white edge. And then on this side, you want that to line up. Okay, so there's no white. So that's why the measurements are so kind of different, is that what we're doing is we're kind of creating this center stage right here. Okay, so we've got the outside, the white layer, the blue, and then here's the easy part. We are going to cut, here's what I love. I love a strip that I can slap down a 4x6 photo. Okay, let me see if I even have one. Let me see. Do I have a 4x6 photo right here handy? Oh, let's pretend. Let's pretend. This is actually from my house book too. So if I wanted to use these. Oh, the beauty of these base pages is you can rotate. This one, you can rotate if you wanted to, right? You're just going to have, like you could, what would I mean? I'd still want these 2 to line up in the center, but you could take this banner and go horizontally, and then this one go vertically, right? So you can switch the orientation. But the reason I chose this size, I'm just going to throw this picture on here, is because I love just immediately having that border for a photo, right? So you don't have to worry about trimming your pictures. If you have a 4x6, you could get 2, trim a little bit if you want the eye line in there, or just put 2 4x6 or 3 4x4s or whatever, and you've got an instant background for that. Okay, so that was my thinking behind how wide I wanted to make this banner. So if the center one, we're going to cut, let's see, I'm going to have to use a new one here. So the base, whoops, wrong side. So number 4 is, maybe I'll do the base first. The base is cut at 5 inches, and then the top strip is 4.5. Okay, so there's those measurements. So this is the top strip. I'm just going to leave it here. This is 4.5, right? So a 4-inch picture would go perfectly in this, right? And then the pattern paper. And again, if you're one that likes to be economical with their paper, again, I'm paying attention to the pattern repeat. Okay, so I'm not going to go this way. I'm going to go this way, and I'm going to make a 5-inch base layer. You could also cut 2 1-inch strips and just stick them on the back of here. That's another way. Or if you're not too concerned about your layers, you can just layer those up. Okay, so we've got the 4.5 for a 4x6, and then a 5. So easy to do that. Okay, so the last strip is we want to make that fun banner, and the banner is 2x12 and ish. Okay, I should say ish. All right, and what I mean by ish is you're going to want this to kind of have, you know, a little bit of an edge. So you may have to just trim that banner a little bit more. So let's find the paper. Oh, is this it? There it is. So you could use the piece that we cut off, right? This would be a beautiful piece to use. And, oh, this is not 2 by 12. Ah, I had that wrong. This, wait, no, wait. This is not the right one. Where's the other one? There should be another piece. Where'd it go? Okay. So there should be, oh, it's this piece. Okay, well, oh, I know what I did. Okay. Hold on. I think I pieced it. Did I piece it? I think I pieced it. So you can take this as your banner piece, and I'm going to show you the fast, easy, no hassle way to create a banner is to just hold it with your fingers, create that little crease, and we're going to go from, you know, depending on how much of a point you want. This is kind of a shallow banner here, so I'm not going to have much of an angle. I'm just going to go from here down to the corner. Okay, so that's kind of a, a shallow angle. If you want more of a pointy banner, you could just bring your scissor up higher here for that point. Okay, so here's the little piecing technique. So what's fun is when you have a banner, so there's different things you can do, is I can say, oh, I can just bring this out and put it right here, and let me line these up and call it a day. But if I want that little piece of blue, it's so easy because all of this we're not seeing underneath the banner, right? So we can just cut this, and now we've moved it to the edge, right? Lined that up, line everything up, and now voila, you have a full page banner that looks like you had a full 12-inch strip. Okay, just like that. So now when we put both of these pages together, you can see you have two kind of mirrored images where you could do these uh, strips in the center. Or here's the thing with this base page, you don't even have to. If you don't want to use a second one, you don't have to. I think it looks good even just with one strip layer. Or if you wanted to turn it and go this way, you could do that too, right? So you could have one going up and one going across, and then put your banner, you know, going a different direction, maybe under here somewhere. Okay, so there's lots of different ways you can move these pieces around. Or even look at that. That might be kind of fun too. What if you did, this is already glued down, but you could do a banner across the whole center. Isn't that cute? Okay, that would be fun too. So many different endless possibilities. And again, I think the main thing is let your photos drive which way you're going to put this together. So if you had horizontal photos for this page, make sure you get this layer horizontally. If you have both, you can mix it up. Or if you have all vertical, you could do all vertical. Okay, so that's the base layer number 2. And this is the banner. Kind of fun, right? Getting all these different pieces set up. I'm not going to take the time to put it together just because we have one more. Maybe we can squeeze in here. Okay. What do you guys think? Yeah? Yay! Let's see. How are we doing? How does the tonal promo work? Oh, okay. So good question. Let me see. And I'm going to do a quick search to see if I missed any other questions. So the if you buy the paper packs and the stickers, so if you buy the tonal paper and stickers, so And again, remember to do these base pages, you're going to need 2. You get the prismatic for free. Okay, so this is what I don't have these organized very well. But there's 4 different collections of the tonals. Okay, so there's yellow and green, orange and red. This, I think I took out all my blue and purple because this is the one I did, purple and blue. And then the one I just used which was the green and blue. And then each one of these has a sticker pack, right? That goes with it. And we didn't even, I mean, on these base pages, I thought about stickers for about half a second, and then I thought, oh my gosh, they're just so pretty, just like they are. But you could, if you wanted to add the stickers, that would be just, you know, kind of an extra top off, right? Especially, I love, if, you know, to me, these are just very whimsical. So if you have those kind of photos, like I see this with kids photos, or just, you know, lots of color, these would be great to add to those base pages. So paper pack, and then you get the sticker pack, and then you get the, so if you, I think it's, you buy the set. So all 4 papers, all 4 stickers, then you get 1 prismatic and the prismatic stickers, which I don't seem to have handy. So you get 2 pieces. But if you buy 2 of each, you get 2 of these and 2 stickers, right? So that's kind of fun. Let me see. Ta-da! I don't. Oh, here they. Is this it? I think I found it. Yep. Here it is. So here's the prismatic stickers. So you'll get, like, if you buy 2 of each of those, you'll get 2 of these sticker packs. So one is titles, and then the other 2 are border strips to go with these papers. Okay, so kind of fun. I think these prismatic, to me, these scream, like, I can't wait to use these on school pages, or I don't know, just fun. These are just some really, really simple, beautiful patterns that, I don't know, what else could you see these in? Zoo pictures. I don't know, they're just, they're primary, so primary to me. And then on the back of these, okay, there's not a whole lot about this right now, but on the back of these, there's cut lines if you so want to use them, and you can cut these apart. And then I think there was supposed to be some kind of instructions on how to use these different pieces together. And I think there might be a couple examples on the CM blog, but if you wanted to cut those apart and play around with all those different shapes, you could. Okay. But I think when, you know, at least looking at this, for me, I'm not super huge into all the different shapes. Like, I would use that as a strip. I love strips, but it's, you know, personal choice what you'd like to do with those. You could definitely layer some of those together. Okay, so that's the prismatic. That's what you get for free. And this only is until the 18th. And then this, I'm pretty sure this paper pack and stickers will go away. I don't think they'll extend it again, because they've already extended it once. Okay, so great questions. Let me look really quick if there's any other questions. If you put a Q in. Okay, I think we're good. So, Julie's here. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Okay. Oh, I'm all the way. Oh, that popped me up to the top. Okay, yeah, birthday pages. Oh, wouldn't those be great for birthday pages? Perfect for perfect for birthday pages. Okay, how are we doing on time? 6:30. Do you guys want to see one more? Do you want to have the right measurements for the first the first one I did? Okay, so I hope these measurements are helping you. But like I said, I'll probably have a handout at some point. I've just had a lot of different things, as you can see, right? I'm so excited about pop crops. Woo, pop crops. Okay, so the last one, again, I'm going to share the finished layout. I love the way this one turned out. It is so my grandma. It is so my grandmother. And what I didn't get to, whoops, some of my paper fell down. Hold on. Okay, what I didn't get to share. Yes, you want the measurements, please. I know, I fixed it. What I didn't get to share on Facebook, because I finished this afterwards, is a little bit of a tip on kind of, again, everything I want to do. I want to move forward in my projects, and to me, this album, The People We Love, is a huge. This is a really important album. And so when I think about, like I mentioned, when I saw this paper, I mean, it reminded me of my grandmother. And then, I mean, lo and behold, look at that dress. I mean, it's perfect. I had started the layout before I even found the photos, but it was perfect. So when I started thinking about people we love, I've done several pages of people I love, and there's people in our family that I'm highlighting, but also friends and just different people that are important in our lives. And then when I created this page, I just wanted to point this out. I thought, it's going to be uh, when I think of a person, there's certain words that come to mind, right? When we think about what they brought. My grandma's gone, my mom is gone, but when you think about those people, you think there's a richness to how they added to your life, hopefully. Not always, but so when I thought of my grandmother, I thought of kind-hearted, strong. She raised 5 kids by herself. Her husband passed away very early, and she worked 2 jobs. She worked in a factory. My mom, she grew up poor. They had to break up the home, and 3 of the kids went to live with one relative, and the other 2 stayed with LMA. But it was just, this was during the Depression. So she was a strong, strong woman. She was generous, and she was really a beautiful soul. And I remembered, kind of what it felt to always, whenever you were around her, you always felt like you were her favorite. She had a marvelous way of doing that, right? And, someday when I'm a grandma, I want to do that too. I want every one of my grandchildren to feel like they are my favorite. And my grandma was able to do that. So this is a little bit about, what I remember about her, about how she made me feel growing up. But I also thought how fun it would be, like every time I added a person, to also not just put their name, but put words. Like, what are those character words that go along with that person? And I just thought that was kind of a neat way to add a title to a Person We Love album. It doesn't even have to be for that. It could be for anything, right? If you're celebrating a person, just sharing, a little bit more than their name, like who they are, what do they do. So what do you guys think? You like it? Okay. I like it. So I'm going to do it. And that's what I'm adding. Like, I had a few questions about where these butterflies came from. I tried, they were in my color bins. I only use CM stuff for the most part, so I'm sure they were CM somewhere. If anybody remembers, they could have been old, like Nancy O'Dell time, like old company. These are from Botanical Burst, but I could not find, I thought maybe they were a baby collection. I don't know. But then I used the new honeycomb border punch as a layering piece. So let's create this stage. This is called, I called this one the stage base, no, frame style. This is a frame. The first one was the stage where we went down. This is the frame. Okay, so I think we should pick another collection to work with. And you know what? Who was that? Was it Cindy? Birthday. Let's do birthday. Let's pull some birthday. And let's pull in prismatic. Since you know what? There's not a whole lot going on with prismatic right now. Let's pull in party time and see how we can play with prismatic. What do you guys think? That'd be fun. Okay, so oh, Kathy, you're so sweet. I know she was such a sweetheart. Oh my goodness, such a lovely lady. Okay, so here's the prismatic. I'm loving that red with the party time. So with this collection, we are going to need 5 to 6 coordinated papers. So that's a lot. So we might actually have to pull in. We might have to do, I don't know, we might have to do some different things here. Actually, party time has quite a few papers in it, right? So parties are always, you guys, this is funny. Okay, I did pull out party time, but do you see my, I have to laugh. I have to laugh. So in my party time collection, party time was one of the folders that was sitting on the floor when the water came. So now what I have are half sheets of party time because the other half I had to toss. So I'm looking for full sheets and I'm gonna have to open a new pack. Luckily, party time was still available, right? But all my full papers, look at, they're all half sheets now, and I think I pretty much had to. I think I had to toss. I had to toss most of my stickers. Some of them are still there. You can see they're a little crinkly. I don't know. I had a hard time saying, "Do I want to throw those out? They're a little crinkly." Yeah. Okay. so so it goes, and so it goes, right? Okay. So I'm going to need full sheets. So let me put this over here. Okay. So party time, this does have 12 sheets. So you could do, with one pack, you could do both sides if you like all the coordinating colors in the pack. So on this one, let me get that sample again. So we kind of know which layers we're going to work on, right? Here we go. Okay, so we're going to kind of have this frame, the outside frame. So if this is going to be a party theme, let's see what we're going to do here, right? Oh, those cupcakes are super cute. That might be a fun. Polka dots. I'm loving the polka dots. And candles. Oh, so many fun papers. I think I'm going to do polka dots. So you're going to need 2 sheets, but I'm just going to do one side so you can see how to build it, and then you can always do the other side, okay? Or we'll be here till midnight, or my time. Okay, so there's the one layer. We're going to start on the outside, I think. Now, we might change things up. We'll have to see. I really love the red and the blue. The blue goes really well with party time too, doesn't it? And I know I'm kind of a red and purple kind of girl, so we might do something fun. And then this dot, so you would need 2 packs because the back of this, I love both so actually, you know what, maybe what I'll do, I like this for the front layer. So maybe what I'll do is put the candles or the cupcakes in the back. What do you guys think? I'll let you pick. Do you want cupcakes? So we have cupcakes. Oh, that's cute. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. Or candles. But don't say candles. I'm teasing. Now, if you guys really want candles, we could do candles. let me show you the candles. The candles are directional. So what do you guys think? Vote. Yeah, I know I had to save the half sheets. I know. I'm kind of that way. Nope. I like the cupcakes. It's about the cupcakes. Yep. I like it. We're sorry guys. We're just you forget the vote. We're gonna go cupcakes. But okay, so we have a base layer, the outside frame. We have um a rich color. I'm gonna need a piece of white cardstock again. Okay. Okay, I'll send this. Okay. No, we don't need to send that to anyone. Sorry, Siri. Where'd my white cardstock go? Is it under my left elbow again? Probably. Okay. I should also say, you know, I'm excited about moving. It's been a long decision, long, hard decision, whether to move my scrapping space, but it is coming. So, and I am definitely going to take you guys on the journey with me. And I'm moving to higher ground. Higher ground. What are we thinking? I'm liking how this goes. So, you know, if you're playing with different papers, this is how you do it. You just kind of go layer, layer, layer. What do I like? And, you know, for me, I like these kind of stronger layers in the back. And then we're going to pop that white a little bit with the red. We're going to add this purple as kind of the center. And then this little polka dot paper would be what I'd put the photos on, because I think that's just darling. It's so cute. You guys see the little polka dots. Okay, so that's kind of my sequence. I like that. I think it's fun. And this could be, you know, you could switch up the colors. Maybe this looks a little girl. So guys, you know what you could do? So easy. What if you just brought in blue for boys, right? You could do that. And where's my party time? Where did it go? Let me see. I know there was a blue in here. So if you didn't want to do purple and you wanted it to be boy, oh, look at this green. Oh, wouldn't that be cute? You could do that. And maybe switch out the red. Oh, let's do it. Let's do it, you guys. Oh, look how cute this is. Wait, here you go. I'm giving you two options. Switch out the blue. Little blue border. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Blue border. And then you've got green. So that would be such another fun birthday layering. And then you could still do, you could do candles on top, or, oh, look at the yellow. That would be fun too. You could put yellow, your choice. Or you could still use, you could use the louder polka dots or the softer polka dots. So many choices, right? Okay. Yes, Beth, I know. It's gonna it's gonna be quite a challenge to move this stash, but I'm looking forward to also the you know, kind of just the purging. You know, getting my hands on things. When you have, you know, kind of this happen, you also have to realize it's a chance to get your hands on all your stash and just think again, is this something that I really want, right? What I want to have. So what we're going to do is we're going to do those C cuts again to start this base page. And for this one's got a lot of cuts. So the first one is we're going to do the same thing. And this one doesn't really look like it has, I mean, the cupcakes are kind of flying all the different directions, right? So there's really doesn't really matter which way you turn it. But we're going to do the 1.5 inch C again. Okay, so I explained how I did that earlier. So I'm going to go a little faster. I'm going to bring this all the way down. to 11.5. I'm going to turn my paper, bring it over to 1.5 again, start at 1.5, come all the way down to 11.5, turn my paper one more time, put it at 1.5, and once again start my blade at 1.5. Oh, it's going to be a little off. That's okay. And then come all the way down. So I've cut my C. Again, now I've got this beautiful piece to use somewhere else. Okay, so that's our base. Once again, the next layer. Okay, so we're going to do, first thing is we're going to cut a C at 1.5 inches. And this next layer is going to be kind of our dark contrast color. So if I were to look at my base paper, you know, I love that red in there, the purple, the blue, the green, you know, kind of a rich color. And that base layer is going to be cut at 11 by 10 3/4. Okay, so let's get, now I've forgotten what I'm going to do. Let's go back to the red. Should we go back to red? Or do you guys want to do boy? Do you want to do boy? Boy, girl, you tell me. You tell me. Here, we've got the blue right here. That's a fun blue. Or we could do, I love this red. I think we're going to do red. I like the red because it's pulling that little red pop of the cherry. Isn't it cute? I think that's darling. Okay, so this one is going to be 11. Okay, so we're just cutting 1 inch off on our trimmer. And then the next piece is going to be 10 3/4. So 10 3/4. So I think what's so fun is, you know, here we are doing this in a totally different palette, right? So it's going to look so different than the Totally Tonals. But that's the beauty of base layers, is that you can do whatever. It just works for everything. Okay, so I'm going to try to line up my C so it's lined up on my mat. I can't wait to get my other mat. I just love that idea. So I can make these base pages together, so you could do it together. Okay, so the next piece is the white cardstock. Where did I set that? Here. And our white is going to be white. And that is going to be 10 3/4 by 10.5. Okay, again, a very odd shaped, but it works the way this works out. Okay, so our first is 10 3/4 here. All right, put that down. And then 10.5, turn it to 10.5. And now we've got that beautiful little reveal. That's going to be that next layer. Okay. Whoops. I should be sticking stuff down so it doesn't keep moving, but you guys get the idea. Let's see. Did I have to, I think I have to, do I have to turn it this? There we go. Is that better? One of the ways. No, I think it's this way. Here we go. Okay. There. Okay. There we go. Okay. Then the next layer is our kind of lighter shade. I can see I've moved this over, haven't I? There. Okay. And we're using, I was going to purple, right? I was going to go to purple. You know, the candles would be really cute too on this layer to go all the way across. That would be really fun too. Ooh, You know what? I'm going to make this really party. I think I'm going to go with candles. Is it too strong? Nope, I think it's fine. Okay, so yeah, I think we're okay. I think it's going to look fine. So then the candles are going to be 10. So this is the fourth layer. You can see there's so many layers. And this is going to be 10 by 9 3/4. Okay. And this one, I have it upside down. So there we go. There's the candles. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh. Yeah, more. Yes, it's not square. Good catch, Catherine. I I actually did that on purpose. I wanted that edge to kind of be a little thicker on the side, but I wanted a lot of room for photos, so I made the top and bottom a little skinnier. Okay, so um, okay, so this shade, this piece is going to be cut to 10. Let me see, just looking at my, yep, 10. So we're going to cut 2 inches off, and then we're going to turn it. And this piece is going to be 9 3/4. Right there. And yeah, you know, when you make base layers, you're going to end up with kind of these interesting pieces, but I love these just to tuck under. And if you noticed, I did that with my grandmother's layout, and they just kind of add um, that extra dimension, right? Of color. And I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to try to get these all lined up here. Okay. And then this one. And so you'll notice they're not perfectly. I did that on purpose. I have these outside edges just a little thicker. So what do I mean by, you know, taking this? Look how beautiful. You could make a layer with this yellow, run that underneath. Or let's see, what is under? Oh, that's that. You could take, oh, the polka dots. You could take the polka dots and layer different pieces under there. Okay, but let's finish. So that's your base, the basic base layer, and I'll show that again. You can see here, right? So we did the cupcakes here, then we did the red, the white, and then this is the candles. So the one last piece that I'm going to kind of share with you, and again, what I would do at this point, instead of giving you like a specific dimension, what I would do is get your photos. And, you know, I'm not that one photo per page kind of girl. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 photos. And then I have one on the inside, six photos on this side. So what I would do is get that next layer and think about your photos. So you could create this base layer and the matching base layer, but then set this paper that you're going to put your photos on, just set it in and pick your photos, line them up on here, and then cut around it so that it fits in that space. Does that make, I hope that makes sense. So let me just, like, here's some more pictures I didn't use for my grandma. So if I want to use this one and this one, right? And then it would be great if I had a vertical. Let's just say I want to use this one. Okay. So what I would do is put these down just like this, and then cut this paper over here, and then cut this here. Okay. And then I take this little piece and put it on the opposite page. So that's kind of how I worked my grandma's page. Okay. So I put the photos on, and then I had that little extra piece, and I thought, oh, how fun. I'm going to pop that onto the other side so it looks like you're kind of just moving across the page. And then you'll notice after you have that, like you have your cluster of photos, see, and then you can just layer in coordinating colors into the palette, into your page. Okay, or you can use your embellishments. My goodness, Party Time has so many embellishments. But does that make sense? I don't want to lock you in to say, cut a 9 by 5 and, stick it down. Well, then you have to cut all your photos to match that. I always like teaching, let your photos drive your layout, right? So you can pick your photos, mat them in a little square with your paper. I love that look. Cut this off, and what I would do right here is, let's just pull in something fun from Party Time. Let's see. You could do, I already had that shape cut out. Isn't that fun? And remember, Party Time has all these fun embellishments, right? So you could just, I mean, this is quick and dirty, guys, but you get the idea. Of taking pieces, using stickers, whatever you have. I know the Party Time embellishments are sold out, but I do have them in my store. So, and don't let me forget to make an announcement about that. Right? So you can get that little cluster in this area, still cut it, and then move this little extra piece to the other side. Okay, so you just cut straight across and then cut that and then move that. Okay, I hope that makes sense. But how fun, right? Love the Party Time. And those are the best photos to share the example. Those were in my my grandma's folder. So I hope that makes sense. That's the idea. These are your 4 cuts for these 4 layers. Then you're going to have the 5th. So the 5th piece is what you're going to mat your photos. So that's how you finish off that base page. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay. Pretty easy, right? So I just, like I said, I've just kind of come to a new love for creating these base pages. And, this is my take on it. I know, like I said, there's a lot of people who create different types of base pages with lots of different layers, but I really like that kind of simple aesthetic of, just almost just like a platform that you can then showcase your photos. Because for this, to me, it still makes your photos, what's important on your page. And I never want to lose track of that. Okay, so there you have 3 different base page layouts and 3 totally different styles, right? Of pages, of using birthday. We've got totally tonals in here, and right for this one, and we've got the banner. Oh, that's just a fun one. I just love the banner, right? We've got banner cuts there. And then oh my gosh, I love the way this one came out. The welcome home, the frame, the stage set, right? Just love that. And so many choices, so many different things you can do with base pages. So I hope that was helpful. Let's see. The matting all the photos at once on one piece of paper. Yeah, that's a trick I just love to do because it saves on time, really, when you're making your layouts, but it also has just a really unique look. It looks like you've grouped all that together, taken the thought of, I'm going to keep these as one, right? And then use those on your pages. So love it. Love it. Okay. Alrighty. So Judy's here. Judy. You guys, I hope you saw the post I did. Judy, my heart again. I know we talked on the phone, but thank you so much. I don't know if you caught my Party Time. I had to cut all my Party Time in half, but you were so generous, and big hugs. Can we give some love to Judy, please? Give her some hearts, because it was just so sweet of her to think about helping me replace some of my stash. So that was beautiful. All right. Before we leave, I want to make one other announcement, and here is something that I'm just going to try once for the weekend, and it's a little something different. So let me actually go and find the page so I can share this with you really quick. Ah, wrong one here. Okay, so let me see if that's going to load. Here we go. Okay, so let me share my screen now and screen share. Okay, you are welcome for the right measurements. I know sometimes it's helpful to have the correct measurements for your goodies. Okay, so one last thing. I know that, well, many of you know for my customers, I have an exclusive shop where if you go to my website and click on shop with me, there's a Scrap Some Joy shop. And most of the time that you'll get this page. And if you're a customer, you will have a password to access this page. But what I have found, since I will be moving my craft room, is that I would kind of like to move less inventory. And I went a little crazy. I think I kind of went a little too crazy on some of it. So what I'm going to do is actually have my shop open. Oops, hold on. And so there will be no password. You could go to my website, and I'm going to open my shop to the entire community. But for outside of the US, you have to make arrangements with me on shipping because I have absolutely no idea. If there's something that you're dying to have, I have to make arrangements with you about shipping. But for the larger community for this weekend, so all the way from now until Sunday evening at midnight, I'm going to open my shop just to anyone who is interested in finding some retired products. So this is much like the Facebook groups that sell retired Creative Memories product. The only thing is usually I only allow this for my customers and my team members. But I'm going to, like I said, I really kind of need to pare down my inventory. So for this weekend only, I'm going to open my shop for anyone who is an advisor, who is a customer of another advisor, or anyone. You can find the some of the retired products and different items here in the shop. So I'm just going to do a quick scroll so you have an idea what's in here. These are some of these things I grabbed when they went on Last Chance, and some I've actually acquired from fellow advisors who wanted to pare their inventory down. So anyhow, I just want you to know this weekend only, there will be no password on my website, and it's all checked out through my website. So you just pay and include your shipping and all of that good stuff. One last thing, what I have realized, I have two shipping options. If you are not buying paper, okay, so if you're just buying, like, say, some embellishments and some punches, I can mail that in a legal flat rate envelope. But if you buy paper, if you buy anything 12 by 12, it needs to go in a box. So if you accidentally pay for the envelope, but you've purchased paper or you've purchased something larger than will fit in the envelope, I thought this was pretty clever. Sorry, there's a lot of product. I have to go all the way down to the bottom. I've added a product here called Shipping Upgrade from an envelope to a box. And this is just the difference between paying for a flat rate envelope and then moving up to a box. So what I've been noticing, for a while, I've just kind of let that go, and eaten the cost, because if you buy paper, I have to put it in a box, and it costs more. So I'm going to be asking you, if you accidentally checked out with the wrong shipping, that you would just go back in and pay for this, and then I can ship out your stuff. So that's for everybody, even my customers and team members. That's just kind of a way I'm going to take care of that little difference in shipping. Okay, so I just want to let you know about that. Again, you can see there's a lot of stuff here. I've just kind of collected, but it is a lot of stuff to move. So happy weekend. And you'll notice these prices are just the Creative Memories price. This is before the increase, but I did add in my California sales tax because I had to pay that. Okay, but I'm not charging you Creative Memories shipping, just actual shipping to get it to you. All right, so that is my last announcement. And we've had such a long time to chat together. Whew! We're back. All right, you guys. So, I hope, okay. When will you be removing the password? So, no, I'm going to do it as soon as we're done here. As soon as we're done here, I'm going to take the password off, and anybody can shop on my website. But again, remember, if you are out of the US, we have to talk about shipping, okay? Because yeah, it's crazy what some of these outside the country shippings are. Okay, so, but anybody who, has used the shop before, you guys know how to take care of that. So, you guys, I am always blessed to have you join me tonight. I'm so happy. 2 weeks from now, we're going to have a special guest, Diane Lampert. She's always a hoot when she comes on, because she loves to share all kinds of new stuff. And so in 2 weeks, we're going to have more new product. That's actually kind of why I picked this weekend to start again, because if I can get my 2 weeks lined up with Preview Friday, I think that's just always fun. But Diane will have it actually in possession, so she can share that with you, which is going to be so fun. Okay, and Julie, the shop is going to be open as soon as I'm done here. In fact, you know what I can do? I can just, let me do this. 1 second. I can do this really quickly. And I can just take the password off so you can shop freely and just go for it whenever you are ready. And again, you just go to craftsomejoy.com. I'm going to just take the password, save. Okay, and then that should have taken the password off. So I'm just going to check that, make sure, so I don't have to remember anything when I'm done here. And then if I do a screen share real quick again, let's see, screen share, here we go. So let's see. So we're going to do shop with me, scrap some joy shop. And there you go. No password. So have at it, ladies. And just make sure you read the instructions about my shop. It gives you a little more info about how to use the shop. And if you have any questions, you can always make sure to email me. My email's right in there. All right, you guys. Well, it has been, like I said, been so fun. Let me see. I'm trying to find my thank you screen again. There we go. It has been so fun with you tonight. Okay, let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment to this video. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to be a subscriber so that, YouTube knows that you guys like what I'm doing here. Okay, so just make sure you can click the subscribe button. That also gives you notifications whenever I am going to go live. So sometimes I pop up, sometimes I do videos and all that good stuff. So I am so happy. I'm really glad. Okay. All right. So Julie, you loved it. Great. And I'm glad, Kathy, thank you. So you enjoyed the layouts. I really enjoyed kind of giving you something new to think about as you create your pages. All right. So thanks again, everyone. Have a beautiful rest of your weekend. Enjoy crafting, making your joy, creating your joy. And I can't wait to see you in the pop crops. Again, that's next weekend already. Can you believe it? And I will be in the Pop Facebook group this Saturday. So if you haven't requested to join the Pop Facebook group, hop on over there and we'll go over some more some more details. Okay. Have a beautiful night. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. Bye for now.